welcome to another episode of the Rock and Roll Dungeon.
Thank you very much, Rusty Bones.
Are you guys ready to talk some rock shop?
Any day, anytime.
Yeah. So we got a full house. We got Marco Minnemann back in the house with us.
Guten Abend. Dankeschön.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Got Steve the Energy.
Yeah.
We got the Danimal.
What's up?
Danimal.
Steve Moret.
I'm here.
And me, Rusty Bones. So tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We typically always do whiskey or maybe a tequila thrown in that's made in whiskey barrels, but we're going to do something completely different. We're going to kick this show off with an espresso martini. What? Made from espresso, but made from Wheatley vodka, which is distilled at Buffalo Trace. Which is the whiskey bar.
Can't do an episode without giving them some money.
Cheers to you, and let's see if this is any good or not.
Just to get
Cheers, whichever way we're going.
to give everybody
Don't
a
have any kind of ring to it.
There's no ting.
Oh, no ring to this.
Cheers.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I like it. Very good.
Espresso.
Very good job. Wow, I was ready to go like that. No.
I've never had one before, so I can't compare it.
Are you serious?
But this one is good. This is very good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Fantastic.
So Marco and I are both on the mission to find the best
Yes.
espresso martini.
Well, I guess, you just kind of, became a close contender.
There you go. I don't know about that.
Hey,
I don't know about
he's
that, but thank
coming
you.
in fast. He's going around the corner.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Danimal?
What y'all been listening to as of late?
Pop Evil for me.
Pop Evil?
Really?
Pop Evil, yeah.
What about you, Steve?
I've been spinning Robert Plant Saving Grace a lot. A lot. I think he calls it English Kana. A lot of Celtic influences, Northern African influences. There's not a bad track. Not a bad track.
Sweet, I gotta check that out.
Wow.
What about you, Marco?
Yeah, I gotta spin that more often. I just listened to a few tracks of it on the way to the Robert Plant concert, which we both attended. We met there, Steve. I thought it's gonna be a little like folky and stuff like that. Let's see, he's not the youngest anymore. I've seen Robert Plant 4 times. It was the 5th time. It was on the Fate of Nations tour in early 90s. 93, I believe it was. And then I saw him actually with Page and Plant twice. We even once played a festival together with my band and him. And then I saw him again at the Bataclan about like 10 years ago. So I was surprised how amazing this show was. It was the best show I've seen Robert Plant. The band was amazing. They sounded great. The songs were good. And it was not like the thing where you go like, oh, he's playing some of his originals. Oh, here's Zeppelin again. It was a good mix, and his repertoire were really appreciated. It was amazing.
Cool. I listened to this band called Refuse. They're from Sweden, kind of a punk hardcore crossover.
All right.
So, but as far as tours, we got Blind Guardian, Somewhere Else Far Beyond tour. We got John Bush celebrating the songs of Anthrax, 1993 to 2003. Wow. Yeah. Should be pretty cool. Queensryche, which we're going to.
Also, an old dear friend of mine, and I've never seen him live, but he flew out a few years ago to hang with me and play with me, and we recorded something. It's a band called Mana.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Huge band in Latin America.
Yeah, and I haven't seen them before. And so he invited me over, and I brought some friends, including actually one of our chefs from Jack's, Juan, and he is a huge fan.
Oh, wow.
And
That's nice.
He gave me the idea. I was like, hang on, you're a huge fan of Mana. When are they playing? Oh, November, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know if I can go. It's like, hang on. I made him the happiest person on earth.
Cool. That's awesome.
He was crying. He was singing along every song. I introduced him to Alex Gonzalez, to my friend.
That's amazing.
He met some of the most famous soccer players in the world, a goalkeeper and one of the players for the Mexican national team.
Wow.
And a very famous TV personality from Jimmy Kimmel, but I forgot what his name is.
I think it's probably Jimmy Kimmel's sidekick. The little,
Yes,
that
guy. He was there.
Yeah,
he was there.
That's cool.
And so we all had a great hang. He was completely in awe. And it made me happy just because he was happy. It multiplied by 2. You know what I mean?
That's
That
cool.
makes me even, So
It's always nice.
So I would say the next time you go to Jack's, You better get an extra chicken wing for that.
Oh, absolutely. No, he already kind of showed himself very grateful. He already bought a bunch of stuff that he didn't have to. But
Nice.
I mean, needless to say that the seats were great too. So
That's amazing. That's
I got one thing, Dan. I got Extremes recording their 7th album. I saw a video with Nuno Betancourt talking about it, and then they released a video for their final song on the 6th album. So they got
a video for everything.
I saw that post.
song
too.
has a video out now, so you can check that out.
He's like, I've always wanted to be able to say, hey, let's watch the album. You know, because literally you can watch the album. It's every song on the album has a video. I think Metallica did that for Hardwired.
There's several bands that have done that for every song now because, obviously it doesn't cost what it cost
Right.
before.
It's true.
You can just be artsy and even pull out your iPhone and make a video.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, as far as albums, Marco's got an album.
We're incredibly proud of the results, and so it's myself, I wrote most of it, and Kotono on vocals, former Baby Metal and Koyai, Bumblefoot, guitar player, dear friend of mine, he plays on 2 tracks.
He's amazing.
David Pastorius, who's Jaco Pastorius' nephew, he's on a few tracks. He even co-wrote one. Guthrie Govan, my partner in crime for the Aristocrats. Mariko Muranaka from Hans Zimmer, she's on it. So I have a pretty cool lineup, I think.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Paul Gilbert is on one track as well.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And you said it's going to be on vinyl at some point, right?
Yeah, we're going to do it on vinyl as well, like a picture disc, a limited one. But we're going to release it first, online. It's the way forward now, isn't it?
When that's ready, I want to grab one.
Yeah, please.
Sure. He's going to charge us double because he knows us.
That's fine.
Exactly.
I'll pay double for you.
Expect nothing less.
Why doesn't it go both ways, really, right?
Was it-
Hey, I'm your friend. You should give it to me for free. Hey, I'm your friend. You should pay double.
I like that.
Buy one at twice the price, get the second one free.
That's
Well, isn't it
right.
funny with Napster, when everybody kind of downloaded music basically for free, and it was like a thing, the cheaper you can get music, everybody would kind of, hunt after music. Now that the music industry is so destroyed, everybody feels pity for musicians and gives more at Bandcamp. It's actually cool.
And I think with vinyl coming back too, hopefully the artists, see a little bit more with vinyl
Yeah.
too. So we have our normal Kiss Chronicles that I am on a journey with. So the album I'm on right now is Destroyer.
Nice segue, Dan.
Not a bad album.
No, that's
That's pretty good.
I would say.
Yeah.
That's
I've been looking forward to this one. I'd have to say that Alive has been the biggest surprise so far, but Destroyer is a fun listen.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course you've got Detroit Rock City. I think one thing that I didn't really remember on that track, I did remember the audio in the beginning with the car starting and all that stuff, but I didn't remember the crash at the end.
Yeah, that was brutal. I was scared when I was a kid, and I listened to it. I was like only like 8, 9 years old. I was like, oh my God, are they okay? He goes, oh my God. He goes, I know I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Why? Get up.
There's some bangers on there. I mean, Beth,
Yeah.
There's some bangers.
You go to bed.
Great song. I don't know about a banger, but
well, she's a banger.
Oh!
So,
Do you love me's on that one? I love that song.
oh yeah. Shout it out loud.
Flaming Youth. Yeah.
King of the Nighttime World, love that song.
Yeah.
God of Thunder, probably
Yeah.
my favorite song on there.
It's cool. Yeah.
Really? Of the
Yeah.
whole record?
I think so. It's up there. I mean, I'm a Detroit Rock City. I've always loved that song, but
Yeah.
Bob Ezrin's
That's
Kids.
I have the visuals still from the show. Like they had the screen behind them, and like I can't.
Oh, yeah.
It was like
Well, God of Thunder is Gene's bass solo and Bloodspin.
exactly.
It's a very memorable part
that
of the show.
resonated pretty
But
well.
God
with
of
me.
Thunder is written by.
Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley.
There you go.
That's right, yeah.
That's
And
kind
it's
of
a high tempo in
Exactly.
the original. It's slowed way down
Yeah,
for the
live.
version that we know.
Live.
You know what I mean? From what Paul wrote.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Paul wrote it fast.
Oh, okay.
A fast
Huh.
line.
you got Sweet Pain, and then you got. What about Great Expectations? What was your expectations on Great Expectations?
I don't know. It reminds me kind of like a Queen song a little bit.
It has a little.
Yeah, I guess
Right,
I can
because
see that.
remember that
doesn't
it's the
it?
perspective of Gene's. You want this.
Watch me singing the song. You see what my mouth can do.
What did you just say, Marco? That's your least favorite?
It's strangely enough my least favorite song.
No, it's not strangely. It's my least favorite, too.
Yeah, of the album, because it has like this
Yeah.
it's a little, Broadway, but also in a clumsy way a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's the only song where I think like, some cool parts, and then like with the glockenspiel kind of thing there with the guitar is a little, movie-esque, and it doesn't suit Kiss at that time, and I think it's a bit clumsily done there. Like, I think better songs like Detroit Rock City, King of the Nighttime World, God of Thunder, how that already starts. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Great Expectations, I was all right with it, but Flaming Youth on the side 2, Sweet Pain has a cool groove, I think. Yeah. And then, Shout It Out Loud, one of my favorite Kiss songs.
Great song.
Beth is cool, the way it is.
Yeah.
And Do You Love Me, also one of my favorite Kiss songs. So all around, it's a pretty good album.
Yeah, it's a great album.
Dang good record.
It is my favorite Kiss.
It's my favorite Kiss studio record.
So far.
So far.
Shout it, shout it, shout it out loud.
So we're having fun going back and listening, following along.
Cool.
4x4. 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 4x4.
All right, in our 4x4, which today is a 4x5, because we got a fuller house.
Wow.
We are back to our series, the best heavy metal or hard rock album releases of the 1970s. And today we are in a great year.
Yeah.
The year is 1975.
Oh, yeah.
Rusty, what was going on in 1975?
All right, I'm going to tell you what's going on in 1975. You guys are going to answer my trivia questions here.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see if you can get them. What was the number one movie in 1975?
Jaws.
I
I thought that was 76.
Yeah,
I saw that in the movie theater
77.
as a child, and
it's Star Wars.
Scared me my whole life.
Yeah.
It's the
It was
first.
75?
It's the first movie to ever hit over 100 million.
So I saw on social media recently they somewhere did a screening of Jaws. People were sitting in their float tubes in the ocean, and they had a projector up. And you're sitting there in the ocean watching Jaws. Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me in this
They
modern
churned
day.
the waters, and there was all this bait floating around.
I don't know if I could do that.
What was the number one television show in 1975?
Magnum PI.
No, real. That's way too early for me.
Hey, that's what I
Hey, at least
answer
you
on
guess.
every one of the
One of these years I'm going to get
1970. Is it a sitcom? What kind of TV show is it?
75.
a sitcom.
Pretty much.
It's a sitcom. No, it's too late.
That's too late. Yeah.
1975
Need a hint?
sitcom.
I'll give
Three's
you-
Company.
I'll give you a hint. That's later too, I think.
Archie.
All in the Family.
All in the Family.
Eat it.
All right. What was the number one album in 1975? Not hard rock, nothing, just album.
Physical Graffiti is the one I mean.
Was it really?
How about Wings at the Speed of Sound?
It was Elton John.
Elton John.
Yellow Brick
Okay.
Road.
Captain Fantastic
Oh, yeah,
and the
yeah.
Brown Dirt Cowboy. 7 weeks at
Wow.
number one, but also threw in a
I
couple
went
other
with
ones
Wings
just
of
in
the
case.
Wings, yeah.
Check this one out, Steve. You'll appreciate this one. Number two was Physical Graffiti, Led Zeppelin.
That was close.
Wow.
That was close.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then the Eagles, One of These Nights.
Yeah.
What was the number one song?
Born to Run.
No,
Would
good
it be
guess.
off the Elton
Is it
John
going to
album?
be an Elton John tune?
No.
No.
They had a television show.
Is it the Carpenters or something? No.
Close. You're even closer.
right?
Captain into Neil.
Oh, really?
Love will keep us together.
I forgot that kind of music was prevalent right in the mid
And
70s.
then the second song was Rhinestone Cowboy, Glenn Campbell.
Little Glenn Campbell.
All right. Who were the top actors of 1975?
Clint Eastwood.
Nope.
Okay, I'm just going to throw out Brando.
Is
How about
Jack
Here's
Nicholson.
Jack.
Oh, Jack Nicholson.
Nicholson.
But it was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Was the movie.
amazing.
Second was Robert Redford. And then Al Pacino, Godfather 2.
Wow.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Actresses, Louise Fletcher, which was also in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay.
So there is your 1975 trivia.
All right.
Wow.
So what are we going to do now there,
Well, let's
Mr.
get into the
Seaman?
records. And before we get into our top four,
Oh.
I'm going to give you the non-hard rock and heavy metal releases that were landmark releases in 1975.
75. Okay.
Okay, so these don't count in our rankings because they're not hard rock or heavy metal. So the debut album of Journey came out in 1975. David Bowie's Young Americans,
That's a
big
good one.
record.
Yep.
Barbara Streisand, Funny Lady, very
Oh,
big record.
Yeah.
Mamma mia, here I go again.
ABBA comes out in 1975. That's a monster record when you
Spoke
think
to the
of
people.
the world internationally.
Yeah.
Wings had Venus and Mars come out in
75? I thought it
1975.
was. Okay, so I got those
The
messed
Eagles
up.
had One of These Nights, Fleetwood Mac, the self-titled Fleetwood Mac record when Lindsay and Stevie joined the band. Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run, and Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here.
Yeah.
And there's some others, but those were the landmark, the real standout top of the charts, 1975 big records that many are still known today.
Yeah.
Then there's the hard rock and heavy metal stuff,
That's
and
what we're gonna
that's
be
our
doing.
top 4.
Yep.
So, do you think we're going to
right.
have a lot of doubles in our top 4 today? Because there's a lot more albums to choose from.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should have a lot of doubles
Yeah.
in this list.
We're going to have less than we had before.
I think that the further we get into the 70s, the less doubles we have.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see where we have these albums. I think there's one album that we're all 4 going to have for sure, or all 5 of us actually.
Yeah.
We'll have this record.
I think there
But
might
I
be
think
one.
it's the only one that all 5 of us are going to have.
I think there might be one cheater in here too, and that's not going to be from me.
Is that right? Are you just guessing that Steve's going to throw down a cheat?
No, I'm guessing somebody else.
Marco.
It's the bad boys over on the side.
God.
Put you 2 in the corner.
That's
Nobody
right.
puts me in the corner.
That's right. But trust me, these rules were made to be broken.
That's right.
All right.
Okay,
The speed
well,
limit is just a suggestion.
That's right.
all right, let's start with our number 4. We'll go clockwise, starting with Rusty Bones, your number 4 album release in 1975, hard rock or heavy metal.
So I had to switch it up so Ted Nugent made the list. Otherwise, Ted Nugent wouldn't have made the list.
Oh, really?
So Ted Nugent at number
Nice.
4, released in 1975. The album hit number 30 on the Billboard. The album was produced by Tom Werman and former manager Lou Futterman. The singles included Where Have You Been All My Life, Hey Baby, Stormtroopin'. And the song that wasn't released as a single, but it became a hit. Stranglehold. This is an 8-minute, 22 seconds. So if the DJ needed to go to the bathroom or go get lunch or something like that, that was the song he put on. Anyway,
Okay.
Ted Nugent,
Cool.
Nice.
self-titled Ted Nugent.
All right, Marco, what you got for number 4?
Right. Well, there are Jethro Tull is not necessarily hard rock.
Probably one of the best hard
AC/DC
rock album.
Was that, yeah?
They have the
He beat
first.
Metallica.
They have the first heavy metal Grammy.
That's right,
First
that's right.
heavy metal Grammy
I
ever
remember
given. So
Ian Anderson.
Jethro Tull qualifies.
And Ian Anderson said, strange that we got in the heavy metal award. Maybe we played the mandolins too loud. But I think I would pick as the number 4, Dress to Kill. Kiss. I think it's a cool album. It has great songs on it. It sounds wonderful, and they were still hungry and just giving it all. It's one of my favorite Kiss albums in a way. It's so pure and cool, you know.
That whole album recorded in 10 days.
Is that so? Yeah, yeah, super cool.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Mr. Steve.
I promise that Mark and I didn't exchange notes, but number 4 is Kiss, Dressed to Kill.
Okay.
For all the same reasons.
Well, there you go.
All the same reasons.
And he's got the Dress to Kill shirt on.
Indeed. Indeed.
Well, I had Kiss Alive 1 for number 4, but that's breaking the rules. So I got to go with Dress to Kill 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my number 4 just was celebrated on Monday Night Football.
Oh,
They played Queen songs all night long in every commercial break
my goodness.
because
Yes,
of
they
this
did.
album, Queen, A Night at the Opera. That's my number 4. Phenomenal songs, Death on Two Legs, You're My Best Friend, Love of My Life, such a beautiful song. And then, of course, the world-renowned Bohemian Rhapsody, and so much more. Just a great, fantastic record. So that's
it
my
is.
number 4.
All right. Number 3 for me.
Number 3 for
It's
you.
one we might have heard before. Dress to Kill. Now, here's a little more useless information, but 8 of the 10 songs on there are roughly what are they under 3 minutes that are on this song. So it's a very short album. So what they did on the original release is in between the songs, they made the gap longer. So the album would be longer. Yeah, it came in at number 32 on the Billboard, and the singles Come On and Love Me and of course Rock and Roll All Night. But some other great tunes as well.
They couldn't go with a 5-inch gutter at the end.
All right, number 3, Marco.
So 4 out of 5, Dennis.
I would go for one of my favorite albums from that band. It's Sabotage by Black Sabbath.
Nice.
It's an incredible album. Just like, the start of the album, Hole in the Sky, going into Super Tsar. And then, into Don't Start Too Late. And then into Symptom of the Universe.
Yeah,
I mean,
songs.
wow.
Yeah.
And then, Megalomaniac. And then side 2 starts with Thrill of It All. But then actually when it goes to Super Tsar actually later on, which is such a weird and cool piece in the, most beautiful sense, I think, that's an amazing album that has to be in my list. So number 3.
Sabbath is on my honorable mentions.
Oh, okay.
A lot of purists love that record.
Absolutely. It is a great one. So, because I can't take a live record, I would normally, but I want to show good manners while our friend Marco is here. So I'm going to try and
I
show
broke the
some...
rules already last time, so that's fine.
I'm accusing you. And
I know. You already did. Come on.
I know.
Yeah.
You weren't the
The
guy.
rule breakers are right in front of you.
I know.
Do you have a pick?
I do love it. It's Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic.
Oh, shit, dude.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that. It was, man.
The Toys in the Attic will be slid in since I can't have Kiss Alive. I will slide in
good
Toys
slide.
in the Attic.
That's a good one.
Thank you
Good
very
slide.
much.
That's an honorable for me.
Oh,
It's an
indeed.
honorable for me too. It's not in my top 4.
Ooh.
But I'm very happy with my top 4, so don't you worry.
Don't you worry.
You usually are.
All right.
That's why they're mine.
Mr. Danimal?
I've got a Night at the Opera.
Okay. Well, we already know that's a good pick. And I know we're going to see that several more times. Probably. All right. Well, my number 3, love this record. First record from this band, but not the first record from these musicians.
One day in the year of the fox came a time remembered well.
Rainbow. Richie Blackmore's Rainbow.
Honorable for
Man
me.
on a Silver Mountain. Temple of the King.
Great song.
11th Century Greensleeves. You got
Yeah.
Ronnie James Dio on vocals. Of course, the great Richie Blackmore. Love that record. Richie Blackmore's
good album.
Rainbow.
And Cozy Powell, right? Playing drums?
No, it was a
No,
different
no,
guy.
no.
I forgot who that was actually on the first album. But it sounded good. The album sounds good.
Oh, yeah, that
it's
one's
a great
great.
I don't want you guys copying me on the number 2 album, all right?
Oh.
Physical Graffiti, 6th studio album from them. First one off Swan Song. How do you say it?
Swan Song.
Yeah.
Records. 4 sides. Every song's great.
Yeah, right.
Go.
That's me though, isn't it? Well, I think, I've got to copy you right now because Physical Graffiti, one of my favorite, one of my favorite albums, well, Zeppelin is, one of my favorite bands of all time. It's a fantastic album and, the Wanton song has so much power. Trampled Underfoot is on that one. Just like, In the Light, not to forget, right? So yeah, Physical Graffiti.
Rover.
The Rover, exactly.
My Time of Dying.
Oh,
Many.
10 Years
I love
Gone.
Holy, that song. That song is great. So yeah, for me, number 2 is Physical Graffiti.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, number 2 for me, we're going back to Night at the Opera.
I'm in love with my car.
I'm in love with my car. I don't think we mentioned 39.
This is a great Brian May song.
That is probably my favorite Queen record.
It's a great record.
Every track on there.
And I know we're going to be hearing about it some more since Marco put Led Zeppelin number 2.
I was kind of putting
That's
Carly
right.
Simon on number 1.
You're so vain, Marco.
I drink to that.
All right, Danimal number 2.
Black Sabbath Sabotage.
Yeah.
Already been mentioned. Fantastic album.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
I have Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti as number 2 also.
Number 2.
Obviously, phenomenal piece of work.
I think I know what your number 1 is. I think.
Well, if you've been listening to my list, then you definitely know what my number 1 is. Rusty Bones, what's your number
All right.
1?
Number 1. I went with Steve. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic.
Nice.
Great album. Peaked at number 11 on the Billboard for that one. Sweet Emotions, Walk This Way, Salty Adam's Apple. I mean, goes on and on.
All right, Marco.
Marco is number one.
Let's see if we can guess.
Surprise.
What could it be?
What could it be? Well, okay, for many reasons. So the album starts with Death on Two Legs.
Yeah.
That album has like so much versatility, so much uniqueness, so much finesse and love to detail that for me as a complete muser at heart, but music lover, that can't come in number two. Death on Two Legs, this beautiful piano intro, great lyrics, just like a wonderful rock song, followed by this sort of vaudeville lazing on the lazing on Sunday afternoon, exactly. Followed by the rock tune with Roger Taylor's "I'm in Love with My Car," and then "You're My Best Friend" by John Deacon, which is more like almost like a funk soul song. Followed by 39, which is just an amazing track about space travel, but with like almost like classical kind of theme, meets folk. And then "Seaside Rendezvous." That closes side one. Side two, The Prophet Song. What a masterpiece. With that vocal solo as well, right? The 3 echo vocal solo that Brian May usually uses on his guitar solos, but Freddie sang through it and kind of they did a whole choir arrangement. Going straight into this beautiful song, Love of My Life, followed by the Dixieland inspired, what's it called? Good Company.
Yes.
With Brian May imitating a brass orchestra. And then, in such a beautiful way, and then obviously Bohemian Rhapsody, and then closing with the tongue-in-cheek God Save the Queen version. That album is brilliant. It is my number one, absolutely. Queen.
That would be Night at the Opera.
Obviously made multiple lists.
All of our lists.
Exactly.
Not mine.
Yeah.
Oh, was it on your list?
It's honorable.
Wow.
There's nothing but love for you, Rusty Bones.
Yeah.
Even if I'm wrong.
Even if you're wrong. Even if you're wrong.
Yeah, that's...
All right, Steve. What's your number one?
What's my number one? Well, boys, I've worn a short. Identifying. I believe this is number 96 and 98, St. Mark's Street.
Yeah, New York, huh?
In New York. A couple of 5-story buildings that they put together and then put letters all throughout.
What's it spell?
Physical graffiti is what it's spelled, baby! Yeah! All the tracks are powerful. The 2 of the tracks that really stand out for me is the day when John Bonham passed away. The local radio station, KMET, and Jim
the place
Ladd,
to be.
they only played In the Light. He would just reporting what was going on, and it would just be that keyboard
The
intro
drone
from
there.
and so it was very powerful. My tune from the 2 records is 10 Years Gone. That's
Beautiful song.
That's
Well,
right.
not
All
much
right,
more needs to
Danimal.
be said. It's already been said, but Physical Graffiti is mine. Number one.
All right, number one.
Anything for my baby. I would steal.
Kiss, Dress to Kill.
Wow.
Room Service.
Yeah.
Great song.
Yeah.
Two-timer.
Love
My
it.
baby is a... Ladies in Waiting is probably my least favorite song on the record, but it's all great stuff. Then you got Peter Criss with Getaway, Rock Bottom with that amazing intro. Come On and Love Me is a great, punchy, melodic song. I love Anything for My Baby.
Me
I
too.
think it's one of the best verse melodies.
Yeah, I agree.
The chorus is great, but the verse melody is excellent.
I'm in love and it feels so good 'cause I need her.
Right into She, then Love Her All I Can.
That is a great
yeah.
groove song, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
And then ending obviously with Rock and Roll All Night. Great album. Kiss, Just to Kill. It's number one.
They just played Love Her All I Can in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
saw
see
that.
that?
Nice.
They played a lot of deep cuts.
Yes,
Nice.
that's so great.
Cool.
That's
Nice.
cool when they do that.
Tons of deep cuts because you also had Bruce's band playing all this 80s Kiss.
Yep.
Oh, yeah? I didn't
So,
actually see that.
Yeah.
I got some honorable mentions to throw out there, the ones that we missed.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that there was 2 Rush records that
2
came
Rush.
out in 1975.
Fly By Night,
Nobody
Crest
picked
of
any
Steel.
of those.
That's
2
right.
AC/DC records came out in 1975, which nobody picked. High Voltage and TNT. What other honorables you got, Rusty?
So aside from that, Nazareth, Hair of the Dog,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Montrose, the Warner Brothers presents Montrose, Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare, Thin
Yeah,
Lizzy
Greg.
Fighting,
Tin Lizzy.
Tin Lizzy. On Thursday, it came out at 3:30.
That's right.
Well, Scorpions in Trance.
Yeah.
Uriah Heep's Return to Fantasy.
Yeah.
UFO, Force It.
Oh.
So that was 1975, and we will see you in 1976.
76.
This is the featured subject.
All right, for our featured subject, we are going to be hitting 10 legendary live albums. I'll give you little details about it, and then we'll discuss. But before we do that, we're done with our Expresso Martinis, and we've moved over to what, Steve? Tell us about it.
We have moved over to one of Buffalo Trace's finest. This is McAfee's Benchmark. It is old number 8 brand, 80 proof. It is a regular bourbon.
All right.
All right.
Here you go, boys.
Cheers.
By episode 100, we'll be drinking something new after every segment.
Yes.
I like it. You can do whatever you want with it, like clean your turntable stylus.
Brush your teeth.
Clean your toilet bowl.
It's affordable and it's
affordable.
and it tastes good.
This, I love
Really
to call this Buffalo Trace Light. You got a Diet Coke?
Nice.
Good.
Okay,
Smooth.
I'll buy that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll buy that for $1.
All right. Well, as we continue to sip on this goodness, we're going to talk about some legendary live albums, and we're gonna go in oldest to newest. We're not covering every live album that ever came out. These are 10 monumental hard rock or heavy metal live records. We're going to start in 1970. First one we're talking about is The Who, Live at Leeds.
So now live albums are okay.
Studio albums are not okay. Okay.
Perfect.
So this was the first live album from The Who. It was recorded at the University of Leeds in Leeds, UK on February 14th, 1970. Released on May 11th of the same year, 1970. Musicians are, of course, Pete Townsend, guitars, vocals, Roger Daltrey, vocals, harmonica, John Entwistle, bass and vocals, Keith Moon, drums and BGVs, and this was produced by Kit Lambert. Quick fact on this, after they had recorded several shows on the Tommy Tour, which is the last studio album that had come out, they did not like the quality of it all, so they scheduled this gig to capture good live performances specifically. And there's only 6 songs featured on the original live record of Live at Leeds. There's tons on the reissues. What do you guys know about this record?
I know a lot about this record. This is one of the first live records that I was ever introduced to. So one thing that should have stood out to you was the way that Entwistle's bass. I know there was low end in there, but on my record, there's not a lot of low end. I look at it as, okay, this is recorded in 1970. So
That's how I heard it. It didn't really hit me in the face like, wow, where's all the low end? It just sounded like a live album from 1970.
Okay.
Do you have any experience with this record,
Just
Danimal?
listen to it in bits. Definitely raw. No overdubs, no polish, nothing. It's just like straight up 4 on the floor, just live album.
4 on the floor. It's not a disco record.
4 guys on the floor is what you meant, right?
There you go.
4 guys
There
just...
you go. 4 on the floor to me has always just been bare bones.
Yeah, it is.
4 on the floor is 4 kicks in the measure.
Oh,
I always think of it as just like a 4 on the floor vehicle where it's just super simple
Hauling
and
ass.
stripped down. Yeah, hauling ass.
Yeah, you're just making up your own definitions.
No,
over
that's
there.
what I've always done.
all right. You know what?
Yeah, Dan.
I like it. Let's go with it, Dan.
Whatever.
You know what?
5 on the floor. Okay?
I say cheers to that. Get
Yeah.
out that new
Yeah.
version.
5 on the floor. Now you're getting into some Marcos time signatures.
Yeah. I would like to hear the Who in like 4 on the floor talking about my generation.
I mean, I've got some quotes from like the New York Times. Nick Kahn praised it as the definitive hard rock holocaust and the best live rock album ever recorded. Even today, Live at Leeds sounds so alive, remarked Geddy Lee of Rush. It's a real masterpiece. It's like a bootleg, the artwork, the tone. It was raw. But I mean, you got some great songs on there. I mean, Substitute. I thought that was Great White.
I bet you did at one time.
Probably. It's a great version from them, though.
Marco, do you have any experience with this record?
Yes, I do have the special edition at home as well, just because I needed to at some point catch up to The Who, because I have to kind of admit in the 70s and 80s when I was very busy with like Led Zeppelin and Queen and those things, The Who came in a bit later for me. I had to kind of catch up and revisit, So, but I think Live in Leeds has like... it sort of captures the energy that really The Who that defines the band, The Who. And that's, I think, a beautiful thing.
All right, let's move on to 1972, where a little album from Deep Purple came out called Made in Japan.
Oh, my. What?
Yes.
Who's that?
This was recorded during their first tour of Japan on August 15th, 16th, and 17th, 1972. It was released on December 8th, 1972. The final release included performances from all 3 shows, 2 in Festival Hall Osaka and 1 at Budokan. This live album has the distinction of having no overdubs after the fact, which was verified when they came in to remix this for the reissues, that there were no overdubs.
It was just straight to the board, straight to tape.
Yes, and actually, I listened
unedited.
I listened to this week too, the whole record, because I was inspired by this subject coming up, and I actually found a lot of similarities between Made in Japan and Live at Leeds, because there's a lot of vamping going on in both. What do you have to say about Made in Japan, Rusty Bones?
Well, I've got to say it's a great album. Lazy, Space Truckin', Highway Star, Child in Time, versions of the songs with the solos, they were just like improvising and jamming.
There's amazing guitar solos from Richie. There's amazing B3 solos from John Lord. There's amazing drum solos from Ian on this. It's pretty crazy.
From both Ians, like the vocal performances
right.
are
Child
real.
in Time's track 2.
Yeah.
If I was Ian Gillan, I'd probably want to do that early in the set too.
You need Child in Time. That's the second song.
They were so oiled as a machine by that time. They sound like a fusion rock band, and just unbelievable. I think that is one of the greatest live albums of all time. I don't listen often to it. I used to, but I will also revisit that again soon. They did a few remixes, and I think they also are pretty good. Top 3 for me, maybe, as a 70s live albums list or something,
The notes I have written down define what heavy metal concerts sounded like. Recorded over 3 nights in Japan, it showcased virtuosity, precision, and improvisation, especially Richie Blackmore's solos and Ian Gillan's soaring vocals. It solidified Deep Purple's legend and influenced countless metal and hard rock bands.
It's true.
Yep, and I love this album too.
Very early influencer.
Fantastic.
And engineered by a young Martin Birch. Of course, this is the tour for Machine Head, which is a big record. All right, let's move on to legendary live album number 3. We all know this one. We've already talked about it because it came out in 1975.
Oh,
it was 3 of the 5 of us tried to sneak this on the list. It is
That's
Kiss.
how good it is.
Kiss Alive.
You wanted the best and you got it. The hottest band in the land.
Predominantly recorded at Cobo Arena, Detroit on May 16th, 1975. Although some performances were taken from other shows on the tour. It was released September 10th, 1975. Of course, the musicians. Paul Stanley on vocals and rhythm guitar. Gene Simmons on vocals and bass. Ace Frehley, lead guitar and BGVs. Peter Criss, vocals and drums. And this, of course, was produced by the great Eddie Kramer.
Nice.
So this album's title was actually an homage to the 1972 live album Slayed Alive. Although Kiss had become popular for their live shows, they weren't selling records really until this album came out, and this really captured their live reputation. There is a lot of negativism about overdubbing on this album, which I think is nonsense. If you got to make it sound good for the people and make it sound alive, do what you need to do.
But didn't they deny it the whole time and then said, yeah, we did?
I don't know that they denied it. I don't remember hearing or seeing anything about that, but Kiss was very regular on deception. There was a lot of musicianship going on because Ace didn't show up or Peter didn't show up or they weren't getting along and who played on what and so on and so forth. Now you're going to get some sour notes or some out of breath notes from the way they perform and stuff.
Right.
I don't want to hear that. Fix it.
Yeah.
All right. We all know this record. What do you guys got to say about it?
I mean, the critics hated it, but they never gave Kiss love in the beginning. But then it becomes
they hated Kiss.
then it becomes a landmark album for them. Really, Rock and Roll Night was already out. Now it becomes the big hit that it is.
Danimal, you just passed this record on your Kiss Chronicles.
Yeah. This album made Kiss. Explosive energy, crowd noise, over-the-top showmanship translated their theatrical concerts into an audio spectacle, boosted album sales exponentially, and turned Kiss into arena headliners, arguably saving their career.
It saved the record company, too.
Yeah.
They were done.
They were in serious debt to some serious people.
Which is crazy.
Exactly that story, right?
It's like a greatest hits album, but live.
Yeah.
Well, since there were no hits, it's not a greatest hits record. Well, this album for me has the distinction of being the very first album I ever bought with my own money.
Nice.
You didn't steal it?
No, I paid for it. Bought it in a little convenience store.
Convenience
I'd
stores?
say convenience store. Go back. Like,
what's that
was it
about?
like a-
Like thrifty,
Like a 7-Eleven?
Thrifty used to sell records.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was in a very
How
small
old are you
town
guys?
called Temecula. I'd already heard Love Gun, Destroyer, Kiss Alive 2, probably Rock and Roll Over. I can't remember. I remember going down to this store, seeing Kiss Alive 1, not even knowing about the record. It's not like you could just go look it up like you can nowadays.
Look it up.
And I pulled that thing and I turned it around to the back, and every song on it was new. It wasn't on Destroyer, Rock and Roll Over. Any of the albums I had. I'm like, this is 4 sides of new Kiss music. And I bought it and it was amazing, and it was part of my Kiss Chronicles journey.
Good story.
Yeah. Kiss Alive 1 is probably one of my most important albums in the collection.
That's right.
Because I literally listened to it when I was probably 4 or 5 years old when it came out. Because my parents, and they're still around, and they always love listening to music. They got me into music. They have a great record collection. And my father had like 10,000 albums, still has. He's like, I was exposed to great music. But there was like one of the guests, in the parties they would do, brought this Kiss album over. And I saw like the masks, and there was like this live energy, and it was rock and roll. It was cool. And I said to my father, I was like, oh my God, please don't let him take that album. I want that album. I woke up the next morning, I walked into the living room, and the album was right in front of the turntable. I never forget that. In my opinion, Kiss's best live album, and also it's kind of in many polls ranked as one of the best live albums because it just sounds so good. Overdubs or not, doesn't matter. Yeah, Kiss were not as musically versatile as Deep Purple, made in Japan. But that also doesn't matter. Just like, presenting that style and doing something coal, writing beautiful songs.
Right.
Cool.
Yep.
It's rock and roll.
Simplistic.
Yeah.
Great music.
Not to forget that each of them are good singers.
Yeah.
Ace Frehley by that time didn't sing at that
Yeah,
time.
not that time.
But still,
Yeah,
But he wrote.
Paul, Gene, Peter, they all sang.
He did right.
He wrote, yeah. Parasite.
Cold Gin.
Parasite, one of my favorite songs of that album.
Dude,
Yeah.
This next record came out in 1976, and it's the only live record on our list that was released as a concert film. It's Led Zeppelin. The song remains the same. Recorded at Madison Square Garden in 1973 over a few days. And on October 20th, 1976, of course, your musicians on this is Robert Plant, vocals and tambourine. Jimmy Page, guitars and theremin. You can't leave that out, because that's very prominent in this record.
Oh, yeah.
John Paul Jones, bass and keys, and then John Bonham, drums and percussion. This was produced by their manager, Peter Grant, and engineered once again by Eddie Kramer. The promotional materials for this release said, "This is the band's special way of giving their millions of fans a front row seat."
It is. It is quite a gift.
It's an amazing thing.
This played literally every Saturday night for years.
Yep, it was an event for a lot of years.
It really was.
Because this came out in 76. I saw it several times at the theater in the mid 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still going. I saw it in Encinitas several months ago. It's still going.
Did you really?
Super
Yeah,
cool.
it's still up there on the marquee.
What made you go see Sound Remains the Same all of a
Because I
sudden?
haven't seen it before. What? I've seen it on TV. No, I've seen it at a movie. Losers.
We're the losers. You just barely saw it this
In a
year.
theater, I said.
This year.
No, I've seen it before that. I'm talking about in a theater.
You're 3 decades
I'm
late.
way younger than you guys.
You're dominators on the second round.
Pinocchio.
I love that album, and I wore the shit out of it. And just like, the lengthy version of like Dazed and
Of
Confused.
course. It's an entire side. It's side 2.
Yeah, too. Yeah.
And it's also one of the albums that we had like before where not only the music, but the announcements, like, good evening.
Yeah.
Thank you. We managed to get an album called House of the Holy, and right? That kind of shit, right?
Does anybody remember last
Oh my god, right? Yeah, still, it's like one of those things. Also, I was so happy hearing the remix with the addition of a bunch of songs that they hadn't played, like Dancing Days, or that they hadn't put out on the first release. Yeah, and I think they sound good. They sound fat, because that was the one thing that I think the original print was lacking a bit. It did sound a bit thin, but not really balanced. And so that Jimmy Page went back and did it justice with Kevin Shirley, or whoever did it, remixed it. That was cool.
The arrangements of most of the tunes, Rock and Roll, Celebration Day, Song Remains the Same, and right, the whole first side is pretty straightforward to how the arrangement goes. But a whole lot of love is a whole lot of vamping. But
No pun intended. There you go.
A lot of theremin.
Exactly.
So 2026 will be the 50th year. Are we going to get anything?
I think they should re-release it in theaters.
Maybe
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That
They
you
just-
would get me going to another midnight movie.
They just released Becoming Led Zeppelin in theaters.
Yes.
This would be a perfect follow-up.
Yes.
That was cool.
That was. I just watched that again 2 nights ago. The movie aspects of it, like with the glowing eyes and all the weird, stuff that goes along with
Yeah. In the intro, when he's sitting on the
tomorrow.
beach in front of the House of Crowley, which he lived in.
it. That's right. Yeah. Which is a little weird.
Yeah.
Are we ready to move on to legendary live record number 5?
Let's do it.
Number 5.
And this will be the only band that is
Mentioned
featured
twice.
twice. This
Ooh.
is 1977, and this is Kiss Alive 2.
The Love Gun Tour.
You wanted the best, and you got the best. The hottest band in the world, Kiss!
This was recorded at the Forum in Inglewood, California on August 26th, 27th, and 28th in 1977, and released on October 24th, 1977. We already went through the musicians. Same guys are still there. Paul, Gene, Ace, and Peter. Again, produced by Eddie Kramer. This album also features a 4th side of studio tracks with some guest musicians. Bob Kulick, the older brother of Bruce, who became the guitar player in the 80s for Kiss, playing some lead guitar, and Anton Fig playing some drums.
Which later became the drummer for Ace Frehley when he went solo for Frehley's Comet.
Yes, he did. Several early copies of this album's cover featured a rare misprint of 3 additional songs that weren't actually on the vinyl, but the cover had Take Me, Hooligan, and Do You Love Me on some of those early rare pressings.
Yeah.
If you can find that.
But the song wasn't on the album.
Those songs were not on the album. They were recorded during the tour, but they never were featured on the record. Maybe they were planning on putting it out, and that's why the cover got those songs in the first place. Never got edited when they pulled them. How cool would it have been if Take Me and Do You Love Me were on there?
Yeah.
And Hooligan. Yeah, somebody somewhere decided we're going to put studio songs on here instead of
which is
more
a
live
little
songs.
unusual. That's
There is a reason for that. Do you know the reason, actually?
I don't know.
New material.
I know that. Yeah. So what they wanted to do, they wanted to release an album, a live album, where they didn't have any repetition of the songs that were actually on a live one or on a live. So, and they ran short and had to come up with something for side 4.
This is the first time I ever heard Kiss, was Kiss Alive 2 Side 3, I Stole Your Love, blew my mind. And then I heard the whole record. What is your experience with Kiss Alive 2, Rusty Bums?
All right, so is it even possible to play Kiss Alive 2 more than Kiss Alive 1? It is, because that's what I did. Because it is the first one I was introduced to get those 5 extra songs. That's what I loved about it, was actually you're getting new material. You got the
and great
listen
songs.
to. Yeah, love it. Near and dear to my heart.
It sounds obviously, and I think they mixed it on purpose that way, like big, like you feel like as you're part of the audience. For an audiophile experience, it doesn't sound as good as a live ones, but the versions they play, I think, are wonderful. Detroit Rock City and especially King of the Nighttime World, I prefer over the studio version. And Shout It Out Loud is a great version. I also prefer I Want You over the Rock and Roll Over version. So it's actually wonderful. And I think, the studio versions, as raw as they are, All American Man, but especially Larger Than Life and Rocket Ride. And I heard Ace Frehley play Rocket Ride live. That was actually very cool. And those are actually cool songs, I believe.
It's fantastic.
It indeed is. All right, let's move on to album number 6. This is truly a legendary live record, not that the other ones weren't. You guys heard of a little album called Heaven Tonight?
Oh, yeah.
This is the tour for that.
Monster
Cheap Trick
album.
Live at Budokan.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
In 1978.
Good pick there. Unexpected and good.
Will you welcome epic recording artist Cheap Trick?
Like I said, this was recorded at Budokan. This was recorded on April 28th and 30th in 1978. They released it on October 8th, 1978. Of course, the musicians, Robin Zander, lead vocals and rhythm guitar. Rick Nielsen, lead guitar and some BGVs. Tom Peterson, bass and BGVs. And then Bun E. Carlos on the drums.
Bun E.
And this
Bun E,
record
yeah.
was engineered by Tomu Suzuki. Not unlike Kiss Alive 1, this live album catapulted Cheap Trick to new heights and made I Want You to Want Me and Ain't That Shame both bona fide hits from this live record. So
And Surrender.
And Surrender.
right.
Yeah.
So, what are your memories of Cheap Trick live at Budokan, Rusty?
What are they? Are they punk? Are they rock? Are they power rock? I mean, what category do they fall into? Their look is...
It was Rick Nielsen just looking like a schoolboy nerd, but Bunny Carlos got off of his banking job to play drums.
Totally. And then you got a longer guy in a suit.
And he was the band kind of bookkeeper, wasn't he?
Yeah, totally looks like
So
it.
he was keeping the
He's got
books,
the-
but you had Robin
he's got the
Zander and Tom
pocket
Peterson who
protector.
were working as rock stars.
That's fine.
For me, it's cool. It ain't Kiss Alive 2.
Even Robin Zander's pulling his Kiss records out.
That's
there you
exactly right.
Marco, what do you got about this record?
The album itself, I think the energy is super cool. And, the versions of I Want You to Want Me is great with all the screaming girls, right?
Yeah.
But in a way, what I find endearing about Cheap Trick there, especially at the time, is they were almost like one of the first boy group bands with a rock attitude.
Okay.
Because you have always Robin Zander and Tom, on the front cover, and you see like their girls reacting as if they're like, oh my god, this kind of thing. That was actually very, they did this for Robert Plant of course as well, and but there was it was two of them, it was almost like a boy group band a little bit,
Yeah, I mean, power pop is what I'd call it.
Hello, Chicago!
Number 7 legendary live record.
Woo. All right.
Now, I was
it's a
not
big one again.
It's a very big one. I was not familiar with this record for the longest or this band, but I got very familiar with this record in the last decade, and it is a phenomenal record.
Mm-hmm.
It is UFO Strangers in the Night.
Oh,
That might be too hot to handle.
Probably.
It might be.
Arguably the best record. Get your lights out, huh? Yeah. I know.
Doctor, please.
Oh my God.
Oh, God. We've hit rock bottom with our jokes.
One more.
Oh, let it roll, man.
Okay, so recorded at several shows in and around Chicago in October 1978. Released in January 1979. The musicians here are Phil Mogg on vocals, the great Michael Schenker on lead guitar, the great Pete Way on bass, Andy Parker on drums, Paul Raymond on keys, BGVs, rhythm guitar, the utility guy. This was produced by Ron Nevison and engineered by a very young Mike Klink, who went on to do a bunch of records. This was recorded during their first arena tour in the U.S. And Pete Way gives credit to Kiss fans who took them on after they opened up for Kiss, and they kind of won over their audience, and it allowed them to come back to the U.S. and headline.
Nice.
Cool.
It's rumored that Michael Schenker refused to do overdubs on this record. It's allowed
That's
to come back.
fantastic. See, again, this is the third thing I've learned tonight here in the Booze Barn.
So, what are your experiences? Give it all to us, Rusty.
So I'm going to say it definitely wasn't 1979. I didn't catch on until much later. Schenker, I mean, this is his finest work. Phil Mogg, his voice is just outstanding. I mean, he nails it. And then Pete Way, I mean, later forms Fastway after this, which I really liked Fastway.
Why was it called Fastway?
Fast
Because
Eddie
of Fast
Clark,
Eddie
baby!
Clark.
Fast Eddie Clark.
And Pete Way.
Pete Way.
And it has your countryman, your neighbor even.
That is true.
On guitar.
I grew up in Hanover, and I know all of the Scorpions guys. We hung together, and Michael, or Michael, as you call him here, obviously, yes, he went through a phase of, substance abuse and stuff like that, and I did a few albums with a band called Silver by the time, and it was almost like a tribute a little bit, but there were new songs, and it was actually myself, Gary Barden, who was the singer for the Michael Schenker band by the time, then Bernie Tomei from Ian Gillan's band, and a bunch of really other... Don Airy on keyboards. So we did a bunch of albums. They were quite cool. I'm not sure how really happy I am with them. It was like a more, a thing we put together in the studio and did a few albums. It was more like a hired kind of thing. But it was also like, because Michael by the time was recovering, I guess, from things, and it really helped, and the family was very happy. And they kind of, posted on my social media and stuff, or they commented. That was actually very, very sweet. And he is out and about again, and he's great. He's doing good. I'm happy to hear that. But he also, I need to point out what people sometimes forget. And this is what you have to keep in mind when listening to old UFO albums. Because when you listen to albums like Strangers in the Night and Obsession, those are actually really fine albums. They sound very wise, and they sound like a locked and cool band. Keep in mind that Michael, by that time, when he joined, he was 17 years old.
Wow.
And he plays with the wisdom of an old player. I love the album in general because I think UFO are a great band. It has a lot of cool grooves. They sounded just great together. Andy Parker is a great drummer, I think. And Phil Mogg has a wonderful voice. But Strangers of the Night with Michael and Obsession, absolutely must-haves in the record collection.
All right, our next legendary live record is from a true heavy metal band. And this is a true heavy metal live record. Maybe the first heavy metal live record. This is Judas Priest Unleashed in the East, 1979.
And what tour was this?
This is Killing Machine or Hellbent for Leather.
Exactly. Nice.
Yes. Their first live album. They recorded it over 2 nights in Tokyo on February 10th and 15th.
Tokyo again.
Yeah, released September 21st, 1979. The musicians are Rob Halford on vocals, Glenn Tipton on guitar, KK Downing on guitar, Ian Hill on bass, and Les Binks is on drums. This was produced by Tom Allum. It is widely accepted that the music on this record is live or little to no overdubs, but the vocals are almost entirely redone, not because he didn't sing well, but because the channel got messed up.
Oh, well.
So he redid all the vocals.
Yeah, we
That
know
was
he
from
know
Rob.
he can do it live.
Oh,
Yes, we do.
yeah. I've heard Rob do it several times.
In many ages, and he's a young spring chicken right here.
We saw him last year. Like, gosh, he's got to be in his
Killing it.
Seventies.
Yeah. Just impeccable.
Rusty, let's start with you. What do you got to say about this record?
Oh boy, great live album. The songs from the early catalog, obviously, because it's 1979. Some of the songs on here was higher energy than the original releases on the album, such as Diamonds and Rust and Victim Changes. It was a totally different kind of vibe than what the actual studio album was. So, I mean, it definitely added a lot. I mean, it's clean and crisp. You've got the dynamic duo, KK Downey and Glenn Tipton. They're one of the best
They're
1-2
very
punches.
complimentary of each other.
They
Because
are.
KK is more like kind of punk rock, a little bit looser, bluesier, and then Glenn Tipton's a little bit more technical.
They flow together perfectly. KK is very loose, very raw and loose, and so you can get that rigid thing from Glenn going on. That I think they complement each other very well as far as their sound. Hearing this live material, it was a mind blower.
It's hard rocking, high energy, high octane. Sure. Marco, what do you say about Unleashed in the East?
Yeah, it's an album that actually I knew since childhood on, and always accompanied me, and I'm just absolutely stunned in the most positive way about like Rob Halford's performance. Doesn't matter if it's in a studio or not. I know some people called the album Unleashed in the Studio, so because
Either way.
it came out, that they were like overdubs done or whatnot. Doesn't matter.
We all know he can do it.
The performance of Exciter on that album still blows me away completely. It's unbelievable. That's better than on the Stained Glass album, in my opinion. Both good, but just the way he and that's a difficult song, the way the phrases go, and also so many words in it, and intelligent words, and just like, from the pronunciation, and just like, the range and the power he displays with his vocals. It's almost miraculously. It's unbelievable.
Racing across the heavens, straight into the dawn, looking like a comet, slicing to the bone.
Definitely delivering the goods on this album.
Oh, here we go again. Jerry, don't get excited. I don't want him to become a tyrant and commit genocide.
Yeah.
Our number 9 legendary live record is from one of the Dungeon's favorite bands. It's Rush. And it's Exit Stage Left, Even. 1981, second live album from Rush. Recorded predominantly at the Forum in Montreal on March 27th, 1981. It was released in October 29th of that same year. The musicians, of course, Geddy Lee, vocals, bass, synths, keys, and bass pedals. Alex Lifeson, electric and acoustic guitars, bass pedals, BGVs. And then Neil Peart on drums and percussion. This was produced by Terry Brown.
ZB,
Oh my God.
what tour was this?
Well, this is 2 tours, actually. 3 sides of it is from Moving Pictures, and 1 side of it is from 2 years earlier from Hemispheres. So, good try.
Hey, you knew I was throwing the curveball, baby. I just wanted to lay it out there.
I see you over there. In retrospect, and this is a very interesting point, Geddy Lee had a very critical view of this album, remembering that they tried to make it too perfect and subsequently reduced the audience levels too much. And that's why you hear no crowd noise when they're playing the songs, just crowd noise in between the songs.
Right.
And he regrets that.
Yeah.
Because it takes away from the live feel.
Yeah, but can't they just remaster that?
I would
and
think
put
so. Of course
the-
they can.
put the
Maybe a
crowd
remix
in?
it.
Yeah, there's
Well, of course they can. I don't know if they're going to, but they're pretty busy right now getting ready for
That's true.
Yeah.
a tour.
That's right.
a big tour in
I gotta-
2026.
Some
That started
50
with like 17 gigs and is now 100 or whatever. All right, what do we have to say about Exit Stage Left?
Vividly remember everything about the tour, mainly the Moving Pictures tour. This album coming out was very nostalgic for me because I was able to put myself into the places where I was 2 nights at the sports arena, 4 or 5 nights.
Hey, you're pretty young. This has got to be 1981, right?
81. I was just enough to. I was driving my van.
This was before you burned down your
It was
van.
before I burned down the van.
Story for another time.
Yeah, it was a story. Trust me.
What do you remember, Marco, about Exit Stage Left?
As much as I like the live album, kind of, to me, they were such a brilliant studio band. Just the way they painted their music, almost like a painting in the studio.
It didn't translate
It
for you.
It didn't translate like a Deep Purple concert would
Yeah.
have done, or Led Zeppelin concert where it was like, okay, here we are, the jam band, and we have a lot of charisma on stage, or Queen or something, you know. Rush was a little bit different. I always was like, okay, now we're playing the stuff live, and we played as close to the record as possible, and
That's true.
that's that.
Exit Stage Left can almost feel like just another studio record.
And that's where I kind of felt like I'm enjoying the studio album.
So this is the 9th best live album of all time, voted by Classic Rock Magazine.
The
Really?
ninth
The,
best.
The 9th best. I don't know what the number
Which
one
one?
is. I just
This
read
one?
that one. So Exit Stage Left was actually named after Snagglepuss. We joke
Yeah.
about it, but it really was.
Excellent.
Yeah, they tried to get the rights.
And it was
Well, there you go.
the term stage left is a stage direction used in blocking to identify the left side of the theater from the point of view of the performer,
Where
as
the-
opposed to the point from the audience.
Exactly.
But great live album. Spirit of the Radio, Red Barchetta, Free Will, Xanadu, Tom Sawyer, and Closer to the Heart were the 2 singles released from the album.
They released singles from
Yeah.
Exit Stage Left.
Yeah, those 2
I don't-
songs.
I don't remember that.
I can sing every note verbatim, YYZ.
Really? Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's hear
Okay,
it.
ready?
There are plenty of notes in YYZ. You didn't say vocals. Let's hear it.
Okay, let's do it. Pink a ding king 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 king
I'm really
king
gonna get
king 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 king. Bang, da, da, da.
No,
Fail.
you're in.
Fail. You said you can't sing every note.
You missed the exit. Stage left.
So maybe I can't sing every note. One to go.
All right, yes, we got one more record on
Yes.
our list of
Yes,
live legendary records. And this one came out later. This is 1985.
It'll never surrender.
It's Live After Death from Iron
yeah.
Maiden. Yes. So side 4 was recorded at the Hammersmith Odeon in London in October 1984. And then sides 1 through 3 at Long Beach Arena in California.
Scream
Four
for
nights.
Long Beach.
That's right.
Scream for me.
I was there at one of those nights
Flight of Icarus.
at Long Beach for the Power Slave Tour. It was amazing.
Oh,
This was
yeah.
also produced by Martin Birch.
Yeah.
The musicians, of course, Bruce Dickinson on vocals, Dave Murray on guitar, Adrian Smith on guitar and BGVs, Steve Harris bass and BGVs, and of course, Nico McBrain on drums. This concert famously opens with the "We Shall Fight on the Beaches" speech by Winston Churchill. "We shall never surrender," right into Aces High. It was a beautiful thing. Power Slave was a beautiful time to be an Iron Maiden fan. How was it for you, Rusty?
So we mentioned 9 other epic albums from all these great bands, and they're all wonderful. To me, this one is my favorite of all the 10 that we've talked about tonight.
Wow.
I think this one is outstanding. I mean, for you to be there, that's even cooler. Wish I would have been there, but
It's amazing.
I mean, the cover, Derek Riggs, Eddie rising from the grave.
Who lives here?
Yes, he lives nearby. The tombstone reads, that is not dead, which can eternal lie. Yet with strange aeons, even death may die.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is my favorite of the 10 mentioned.
Yeah, I like the album a lot. I wore it out as well. You know, when it came out, I thought it was really cool. Iron Maiden is like a band I was listening to a lot when I was in my teenage years, and then when I went, you know, towards the more like, you know, classical and fusion thing and stuff, I kind of lost a lot of the heavy metal stuff, which later on came back, and I still appreciate them. And Derek, dear friend of mine who lives here, very close by, you should actually invite him over. He would come down. He would immediately do that. Very accessible guy. Yeah. Long story short, I think it's a cool album. Good spark. You know?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's great energy. It is a great representation of what you're getting in that live arena. I'm still just a little bit
Buzzed.
No, I
left it open for me.
Long Beach Arena, how many people did that hold? Was that about like
13, 14,000.
Yeah, that's right, though.
Oh, wow.
All right, real quick as we wrap this up, all these albums have great openers. Live music is very conducive to the opener, right?
Mm.
I'm going to name off the openers. You tell me which is the best opener off these live records, all right?
I know, right, man.
So The Who, Young Man Blues.
Mm-hmm.
Deep Purple, Highway Star. Kiss Alive 1, Deuce. Led Zeppelin, Sorry I'm the Same, Rock and Roll. Kiss Alive 2, Detroit Rock City. Cheap Trick, Hello There. UFO, Natural Thing. Judas Priest, Exciter. Rush, Spirit of the Radio. And Iron Maiden, Aces High. Some great openers
That's
for
difficult,
live
man.
shows.
That's very
Rusty,
difficult. I'm gonna have to drink.
what's your pick?
Yeah.
I said Iron Maiden's, my favorite, but I'm going to go with Detroit Rock City.
That is the ultimate rock and roll entrance. Like having the...
It is.
You are the best. And you got the best. The hottest band in the world. Kiss! And then... And then opening with... Yeah. I mean, how can you top that?
It's hard to top that.
Right.
Yeah.
Highway Star is obviously musically, like such with the dynamic and stuff. I should have said like as a muse of that, but no, that album opening of Alive 2, how do you top that?
How do you top that?
There you go.
Are you concurring, Steve?
I'm surprised you're even asking me.
I
I have to agree. I mean, I haven't absorbed that album yet, but just having gone to a Kiss concert and experienced it
saw
live,
it.
I saw it.
You saw that.
You saw the
I haven't
best.
seen a better opener than that live, so I got to pick that.
Yeah, it's unanimous. Although I will give a shout out to Highway Star,
Highway
and
Star.
Exciter,
Yes, me too.
and Aces High.
Aces High was one on mine too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 1A, 1B, and 1C.
You wanted the best, and you got the best. The hottest band in the world, Kiss!
The Dungeon recommends.
All right, guys, what an episode. Legendary live albums from
Yeah.
10 epic albums. So anything you guys want to recommend?
Robert Plant and Saving Grace. Don't miss that.
I'm going to recommend a band. It's not a brand new band, but they are starting to get noticed. Super interesting band. Very eclectic, very musical, very different. The band is Sleep Token. Check it out.
And besides what was said, I'd like to hear in the comments section on 1975, what is your top 4 albums from the listener? And we will see you next time.
All right.
Thank you for listening to the Rock and Roll Dungeon. Until next time.
You beautiful people.
Later.
The beautiful people.